Have you ever wondered what the hardest part of getting older is? It's not just the physical changes, but the emotional and psychological challenges that many of us never expect. From grappling with the passage of time and the reality of aging to facing loneliness and unfulfilled dreams, aging is a journey full of complexities. In this video, we'll dive deep into the experiences shared by people from all walks of life, and most importantly, discover how to find joy, purpose, and connection in later years. Stay with us until the end to learn practical ways to navigate these changes and embrace the next chapter of your life with grace and resilience. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Facing the reality of time and mortality. Facing the reality of time and mortality is one of the most significant and challenging aspects of aging. In our youth, time seems almost infinite. There's a feeling that we have all the time in the world to accomplish our dreams, make mistakes, and start over. The future feels wide open, and our plans and ambitions stretch far ahead. But as we grow older, our perception of time begins to shift. Days, months, and years start to pass more quickly, and we become more acutely aware of life's finite nature. This awareness can bring about a deeper sense of reflection and urgency. Many older individuals describe feeling the weight of time pressing down on them, leading to moments of intense reflection, anxiety, or even a midlife crisis. People often find themselves looking back, questioning their life choices, wondering what could have been, and assessing whether they've truly lived the life they wanted. There's a mix of regret and hope, a desire to correct the course, to focus on what truly matters before it's too late. This internal shift often manifests in a reevaluation of priorities. People start to realize that time is their most valuable resource, and the urgency to spend it wisely becomes overwhelming. A man in his late 50s shared a deeply personal story on Reddit about how his lifelong dream was to travel the world, but the demands of work, family, and financial pressures always seemed to push it further into the future. Now, with his children grown and retirement approaching, he's finally planning those long-awaited trips. His story is a poignant reminder that while time may feel more limited as we age, it's never too late to pursue our passions. For others, this realization brings a sense of peace and clarity. The distractions and pressures that once seemed so significant in youth career ambitions, social expectations, material pursuits start to fade in importance. Instead, people focus more on personal relationships, meaningful experiences, and leaving behind a legacy that transcends material success. This stage of life, despite its challenges, can be an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and deepening connections with loved ones. However, for many, there's also a stark confrontation with mortality. The passing of friends, family members, or even beloved public figures can serve as painful reminders that time is running out. This awareness can be both sobering and motivating. It can inspire people to make amends, pursue long-neglected dreams, or simply savor the moments they have left. But it can also lead to fear and anxiety, grappling with the unknown and the inevitable. In online communities and forums, you'll find countless stories of people wrestling with this awareness of time slipping away. Some find comfort in spirituality or philosophy, seeking answers about the meaning of life and what comes next. Others take solace in the idea of living fully in the present, making each day count and embracing the joy of simple moments. Ultimately, the realization of time's passage and the approach of mortality are universal experiences, yet deeply personal in how they shape the choices we make as we grow older. Number 2. Dealing with physical and mental decline. Dealing with physical and mental decline as we age can be one of the most challenging aspects of growing older, both emotionally and practically. The physical side of aging is often the most noticeable, and it can be hard to accept when our bodies no longer function the way they once did. For many, the gradual loss of strength, stamina, and mobility becomes a daily reminder that time is catching up. It's not uncommon to find ourselves more prone to injury, requiring longer recovery periods, and no longer having the same endurance. This decline can be particularly difficult for those who have led active lifestyles. One user on a popular online forum, now in their late 60s, shared how they used to run marathons but now struggle to jog without becoming winded after just a short distance. For them, the loss of this once beloved hobby led to feelings of sadness and frustration, as it represented a vital part of their identity and a source of joy. Similarly, mental decline is a common and deeply personal concern. Forgetfulness, slower cognitive processing, and the looming fear of more serious conditions such as dementia or Alzheimer's are frequent topics of conversation among those in their later years. Many express an underlying fear of losing not only their mental sharpness but also their independence. There's an overwhelming concern about being unable to enjoy life as fully as before, and the thought of becoming a burden to loved ones can add to the anxieties. In various online communities, seniors share their stories of misplaced keys, forgotten names, or struggling to recall information that once came easily. These moments, while sometimes small, can feel like evidence of a creeping decline that is difficult to confront. However, despite these changes, many people find ways to adapt and redefine their approach to life. Instead of focusing solely on what they have lost, they shift their perspective to explore new activities that fit their current abilities. For example, the same runner who could no longer handle the strain of jogging found new joy in swimming and yoga, two activities that are gentler on the body, yet still provide the benefits of exercise. By embracing different forms of movement and learning to appreciate what the body can still do, rather than mourning what it can no longer achieve, many seniors can maintain a sense of fulfillment. Likewise, when it comes to mental decline, the focus on cognitive health has led to many adopting new routines aimed at keeping the mind sharp, such as puzzles, reading, or social engagement. It's about nurturing what remains, adapting to changes, and discovering new joys in unexpected places. While aging undoubtedly comes with its challenges, it also offers an opportunity to grow in resilience and to find meaning in different aspects of life. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 3. Loneliness and isolation. As we age, our social circles often shrink, leading to a profound sense of loneliness and isolation. The friendships and relationships that once provided comfort and companionship can change over time, sometimes due to geographical distances as friends and family move away, or because of life transitions like retirement, illness, or the death of a loved one. This can be particularly difficult for those who are single, widowed, or whose children have grown up and moved out, leaving behind an emptiness that feels lonelier with each passing day. Many older adults struggle with these changes, feeling disconnected and unsure of how to rebuild their social lives. A thread in an online forum was filled with heartfelt stories from individuals in their 60s and 70s who expressed the deep isolation they experienced. They shared the pain of losing lifelong friends to illness or death, and how difficult it is to make new friends at this stage in life. The loss of these long-established bonds leaves an emotional void that can be hard to fill, especially when facing the challenges of aging alone. Adding to this, the pandemic exacerbated the sense of isolation for many. The lockdowns and social distancing measures made it nearly impossible for older individuals to maintain regular contact with their existing social circles, further shrinking their opportunities for human connection. People who were already feeling lonely before the pandemic found themselves even more cut off from the world, creating a deep and lingering sense of detachment from society. Loneliness is an emotional burden that can take a toll on both mental and physical health. It has been linked to depression, cognitive decline, and even a shorter lifespan. However, it's not an inevitable part of aging. Despite the obstacles, there are ways to counteract isolation. Many of the individuals who shared their stories in the forum spoke about the importance of taking proactive steps to rebuild connections. Some have joined local community groups, enrolled in classes, or taken up volunteering to meet new people and give themselves a renewed sense of purpose. Others have reconnected with distant friends or family members, using technology like video calls and social media to bridge the gap. These efforts can feel daunting at first, especially for those who may not be as comfortable with technology or have limited mobility. But even small steps like attending a local event or participating in a hobby group can have a big impact on one's emotional well-being. Finding new ways to connect with others, whether through shared interests or volunteer work, can make a significant difference in easing the heavy burden of loneliness. In many communities, there are programs designed specifically for older adults to combat isolation, offering social events, exercise classes, and other activities to foster connection. It's important to remember that it's never too late to form meaningful relationships, and even in our later years, we can create new friendships and support networks that can bring joy and fulfillment to our lives. Number 4. Regrets and unfulfilled dreams. As we grow older and reflect on our lives, it's common to think about the paths we didn't take, the opportunities that slipped through our fingers, or the dreams we never pursued. For many, these reflections can lead to feelings of regret, a lingering sense that time has been wasted or that certain chapters of life were left unfinished. One man in his 70s shared a poignant story about his lifelong desire to learn the piano. "I always thought there'd be time later," he said. He had imagined taking lessons in retirement, yet years passed and other priorities took over. Now he admits that while it's much harder than it would have been when he was younger, he spends time each day learning to play. Each note he plays is a mixture of joy and a reminder of what he could have done earlier. Regret is a powerful emotion. It can weigh heavily on the heart, but it can also be a motivator, urging us to take action before it's too late. This man's story highlights a crucial lesson: it's never too late to start something new. He no longer seeks perfection in his playing, only fulfillment in the act of trying. He doesn't dwell on the years he lost but focuses on the music he can create now. In this way, regret serves not as a sign of failure but as a reminder that life is still unfolding and there are always new opportunities to grow, learn, and explore. For many older adults, coming to terms with unfulfilled dreams is a delicate balancing act. Some struggle with letting go of grand ambitions they can no longer achieve, while others find peace in revisiting those dreams in smaller, more attainable ways. Whether it's picking up an old hobby, traveling to a long-dreamed destination, or mending a fractured relationship, the key is in the effort, not the result. Regret, when viewed from a different angle, can teach us resilience and creativity in how we shape our future. Ultimately, we are not defined by our past decisions or the dreams that slipped by. The essence of life lies in what we choose to do with the time we have now. For some, that might mean learning a new skill. For others, it could be forging deeper connections with loved ones or simply finding joy in the small, everyday moments. As long as we keep moving forward, the unfulfilled dreams of yesterday can be transformed into the achievements of today. Number 5. The challenge of staying relevant in a rapidly changing world. As technology continues to evolve at a breakneck pace and societal norms shift, many older adults find themselves grappling with feelings of irrelevance and disconnection. The rapid pace of change can leave those who grew up with different technologies and cultural contexts feeling left behind, struggling to keep up with a world that increasingly seems foreign. This sense of disconnection is not just a personal challenge, it reflects a broader issue of how we navigate intergenerational gaps in a world that is constantly evolving. Consider the case of a woman in her 50s who shared her struggles on a forum. She expressed her feelings of being out of touch with her teenage children, who were deeply immersed in a world dominated by social media, online gaming, and digital communication. For her, the technological landscape that her children navigated daily felt alien and inaccessible. She worried that her inability to engage with these new forms of interaction was creating a rift between them, making her feel increasingly distanced from their lives. This situation highlights a common struggle for many older adults: the challenge of staying relevant in a world where what was once familiar has become outdated. The rapid advancement of technology and the shifting norms of digital communication can lead to a profound sense of disconnection. The fear of becoming obsolete or irrelevant can be overwhelming, but it's important to recognize that staying connected isn't just about keeping up with the latest trends, it's about maintaining a meaningful connection with the world and the people around us. One effective approach to overcoming this challenge is to embrace curiosity and a willingness to learn. Staying relevant involves actively engaging with new technologies and cultural shifts rather than resisting them. For example, making a concerted effort to understand social media platforms, online gaming, or other emerging trends can help bridge the gap between generations. By asking questions, seeking out information, and showing genuine interest in the experiences of younger people, older adults can foster stronger connections and better understand the world their children and grandchildren inhabit. I've found that adopting this mindset has been incredibly rewarding. By taking the time to learn about new technologies and engage with younger generations, I've been able to maintain a sense of relevance and stay connected to the world around me. It's not always easy, but the effort to stay curious and open-minded can lead to meaningful connections and a deeper understanding of the evolving landscape of our society. In summary, the challenge of staying relevant in a rapidly changing world is significant, but it can be navigated through curiosity and engagement. By embracing new technologies, asking questions, and remaining open to change, older adults can maintain their connections with the younger generation and continue to find their place in a dynamic and evolving world. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 6. Finding purpose in later life. As we age and transition through various life stages, the roles that once defined us, such as parent, worker, or caregiver, can shift or diminish. This natural evolution often brings about a period of introspection and adjustment as we grapple with the question of what comes next. For many people, particularly as they approach retirement or their children become independent, finding a new sense of purpose can be a profound and sometimes challenging journey. Consider the experience of a woman in her 60s who shared her story on a popular online forum. After retiring from a long career, she found herself struggling with a sense of aimlessness. The role she had dedicated much of her life to was no longer central to her daily existence, and she began to question her identity and purpose. Amid this uncertainty, she turned to art, a passion she had always cherished but had never had the time to fully explore. Her journey into art became a turning point. She immersed herself in painting and drawing, dedicating time each day to develop her skills and express her creativity. This new pursuit not only provided her with a sense of accomplishment but also helped her rediscover aspects of herself that had been set aside during her years of work and caregiving. Through art, she found a renewed sense of identity and fulfillment, transforming what could have been a period of loss into one of rediscovery and growth. This story illustrates an important truth about finding purpose in later life. It's often a matter of reconnecting with passions and interests that may have been sidelined during earlier stages of life. The transition from a structured career or intensive caregiving to a more open-ended period can be an opportunity to explore new avenues for personal growth and satisfaction. For many, the key to finding purpose lies in identifying activities or causes that resonate on a personal level. This could involve pursuing hobbies, volunteering, engaging in community activities, or even starting a new educational endeavor. The goal is to seek out experiences that bring joy and a sense of contribution, helping to build a new sense of identity and meaning. Moreover, finding purpose in later life often involves a mindset shift, embracing the idea that this stage of life can be rich with possibilities. It's about viewing retirement or empty nesting not as an end but as an opportunity to explore new horizons and cultivate a deeper sense of self. In summary, the journey to finding purpose in later life is deeply personal and can be greatly enhanced by reconnecting with long-held passions or discovering new interests. By approaching this phase with curiosity and openness, individuals can navigate this transition with grace, transforming it into a fulfilling and meaningful chapter of their lives. As we come to the end of this video, it's time to reflect on everything we've discussed about the challenges of aging. From adjusting to the relentless march of time, coping with physical and mental changes, dealing with loneliness, and finding new purpose, growing older presents a unique set of hurdles. Yet it also offers us an opportunity for growth, reflection, and discovering new joys. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned from this video that resonated with you? Maybe it's about embracing the inevitability of change, finding new ways to stay active, or simply cherishing the relationships that remain strong as others fade. Share in the comments below one lesson that you will carry with you and put into practice in your own life. Let's create a community where we learn from each other and support one another on this journey of aging. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss out on more content about navigating the complexities of life. Thank you for watching, and remember, the best is still yet to come.